Coronation Street gears up for shock arrest as Debbie Webster hits breaking point. Weatherfield is in for a dramatic twist as Coronation Street prepares to air a shocking arrest involving Debbie Webster next week. The storyline takes an unexpected turn when Abby Webster receives a startling phone call from her sister-in-law asking her to pick her up, not from a spa retreat as previously claimed, but from the local police station. Debbie has clearly landed herself in serious trouble, but the burning question remains: what exactly happened that led her to spend a night behind bars? When Abby arrives to collect her, it's obvious Debbie's had an intense and emotional ordeal, a Corrie insider reveals. With oversized sunglasses shielding her eyes and last night's clothes giving away the truth, she slips into the passenger seat of Abby's car, clearly exhausted, physically and emotionally. And as Abby demands answers, Debbie knows she's got a lot of ground to cover. The arrest follows hot on the heels of the Webster family discovering Debbie's secret battle with early-onset dementia. In an effort to maintain control and composure, Debbie had told Kevin she was heading to a luxurious spa hotel for some much-needed self-care and reflection. Kevin, though worried, accepted her explanation, unaware of the real reason behind her sudden disappearance. But behind the facade of wellness retreats and relaxation, Debbie was actually making that call from inside a police cell, still dressed in yesterday's clothes and far from the comforting haven she'd described. Her recent actions have become increasingly unpredictable, the source continues. Debbie's been under immense pressure, not only from the effects of her diagnosis, but from the emotional strain of keeping it hidden from her loved ones. She's crumbling under the weight of it all. With her secret now out in the open, Debbie is faced with not just her own declining health, but also the full force of her family's concern. Feeling overwhelmed and desperate to escape pity, she may have gone on a reckless night out to blow off steam. Or could there be a darker reason for her run-in with the law? As she attempts to explain her actions to Abby, another familiar face appears with questions of his own. Her former fiancé, Ronnie Bailey, is determined to get closure and perhaps rekindle what they once had. After being abruptly dumped with no explanation, Ronnie now knows the real reason for Debbie's withdrawal, and he refuses to let her push him away. He shows up with a bottle of champagne and a heartfelt question. Will she take him back? Unfortunately, Ronnie doesn't get the answer he's hoping for, the insider reveals. Debbie makes it clear that she won't allow his future to be defined by caring for someone with a progressive illness. She believes he deserves a life free of that burden. But Ronnie isn't giving up easily. He's steadfast in his love and unwavering in his commitment, and he hopes that in time, Debbie will understand that love means standing by someone, even through the toughest storms. Now, with her diagnosis no longer a secret and her loved ones rallying around her, the real question is whether Debbie can let go of her pride and accept the support she so desperately needs. Could Ronnie's unconditional love be exactly what helps her face the uncertain road ahead? Coronation Street fans turn on Maria Windass as Lou Michaelis' sinister blackmail plot unravels. Coronation Street viewers are reeling after a dramatic episode revealed the extent of Lou Michaelis' manipulations, and now some fans are pointing the finger not at her, but at Maria Windass. Long-standing friction between Maria and Lou finally erupted during the Friday, June 13th episode of the ITV soap, leading to an altercation that has since spiraled into a serious legal situation. The simmering tension between the two women, largely due to Lou's jailed husband Mick and his criminal ties, reached boiling point at a celebratory gathering hosted by David and Shona Platt at number 8, marking the home's restoration after the devastating fire earlier this year. Maria was visibly unsettled by Lou's presence at the party and made her disapproval clear. Shona tried to defuse the situation, urging Maria to give her hairdressing colleague a break, but the atmosphere remained frosty. Things took a dark turn when Lou was spotted eyeing Shona's handbag, the same one holding the day's salon earnings. Earlier, Lou had overheard Audrey telling Shona she wouldn't attend the barbecue, with Shona offering to take the salon cash home for David to deposit later. Given Lou's current financial hardship, worsened since Mick's incarceration for the murder of PC Craig Tinker, her motives were immediately called into question. When Maria walked in on Lou hovering suspiciously near the bag, she wasted no time confronting her. A scuffle broke out, off-screen chaos was heard, and moments later Lou was found collapsed on the floor, bleeding from her arm after falling onto David's new coffee table. Maria adamantly denied pushing her, but Lou accused her of assault. The salon money was later confirmed to be untouched, but the damage was done. Gary Windass offered to drive Lou to hospital, where she received stitches. Later that evening, while Maria was at the Rover's Return with Sarah Platt, police arrived and arrested her on suspicion of actual bodily harm, ABH. Although Maria insisted Lou had set her up, Lou claimed it wasn't her who called the police, but someone named Brody. The aftermath continued to unfold in Monday's June 16th episode. Lou, now meddling further, turned up at Sally and Tim Metcalf's home and demanded they keep their distance, claiming social services were now involved. In an attempt to gain more influence over Gary, Lou emotionally appealed to him to speak to the Metcalfs on her behalf. But then, Lou made a calculated move. She leaned in and kissed Gary. When he pulled away in disgust, she coldly threatened him, warning, "I hope she doesn't find out. Don't worry, I won't say anything. As long as you do what I want." Gary refused to be manipulated and told Lou to go ahead and tell Maria, since he had nothing to hide. But Lou had already taken things further, sending herself a message from Gary's phone that read, "I want you. When can I see you again?" Later, a distraught Maria confronted Gary, accusing him of cheating. Though he denied any affair, Lou watched the fallout with satisfaction, clearly relishing the chaos she'd caused. Despite Lou's clear deception, some fans have surprisingly turned against Maria. Social media buzzed with commentary about her past indiscretions, with a portion of viewers suggesting her history of infidelity makes Gary's betrayal plausible, even if it's not real this time. "Let's not forget Maria's got her own cheating record," one fan posted. "This is karma coming back around," another viewer commented. Still, many fans are rallying behind Maria, calling for Lou to finally be exposed for her manipulative games before she does irreversible damage to more lives in Weatherfield. As tensions rise and truths teeter on the edge of revelation, fans are bracing themselves for an explosive fallout. Coronation Street continues on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye. Stay healthy and take care.